If you love stone and vaulted ceilings, then this is going to blow you away. Just wait. Just wait while you see this one. So we're back in stunning Roccamorice, and Roccamorice is built out on a spur. Is that what you say? Basically a huge cliff, and as you know, I'm not good with heights. I'll send the camera over. Have a look at this. I don't know if that is coming across that ravine, but it's making my knees tremble. And there's not many things in life that make my knees tremble. Anyway, moving on. I will put a video of another property, a palazzo that we've got in Roccamorice that's still for sale, where I take a little bit of a walk around the park that's behind me. In fact, I'll just show you just some of the parking areas and a view of the church down there. So lots of parking in town. Show you the little centre. This is the council here at the back of the council. Show you the centre in a sec. So this is a little tourist information, because it's a little bit of a hot spot because of two things. This is one of them, the famous Santo Spirito. That's a 1,000 or over 1,000 years of story, an incredible chapel built into the rock side. And then the next one is this one, which is San Bartolomeo. You may have seen publicity of that on many websites for Abruzzo. And this little town has a number of bars and restaurants. Look how they've put Hard Rock, ROCC for Roccamorice. Don't know if they get into trouble for that, but there you go. They don't seem to care. So there's B&B's, pizzeria, bar, another bar here, another bar just here, restaurant. There's a bit of everything in this little town. It gets very, very busy at summertime and festa times especially. And the property we're going to see today is absolutely fantastic, a stunning property that is in the car about 7 minutes drive from here possibly. This is a great bar on our left. Just going to walk to the end of the street just to give you a glimpse of what it's like. Very busy this morning, busy inside. Should be busy outside. It's 19-20 degrees today, and it's the 1st of November, and it's still beautiful weather, as you can see. Ciao, buongiorno. Great little town though. Beautiful atmosphere in this place. Look at this. Just walk to the end. A florist here on our left. I think there's a butcher's. There's a bit of everything here. Look at the beautiful stone as well. You can see the buildings here. And the one that I'm going to show you, that I'll put a link to in the description, is a palazzo that is down this street here. So that's a quick glimpse of the town. And other local towns that are beautiful. There's San Valentino. I think it's called San Valentino. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And you have a number of towns all close by that are all beautiful, and you're right on the doorstep of the Maiella National Park. In fact, to come from Palombara it took me an hour, and I drove up and over the ski resorts, and then you drop down into Roccamorice. So come out of town, you have these amazing chapels that I've just shown you, that are 5 minutes out of town, but then in say 15 minutes you're at almost 2,000 meters. So simple to get into the national park from here. Okay, we're going to drive out and see this amazing property. Okay, so literally a few minutes a few minutes in the car outside of Roccamorice that you can just see here. And we are in this beautiful area. And this is a back-to-back house. And this would be your neighbours, which is a beautiful property. I'm not going to stand and stare at their property, but as you can see, being finished off beautifully well. And even though there's lots of stone features and the property we're going to show you, which is this one, there's still scope to add some stone and things to this as well. But look at this beautiful, beautiful area. I'm going to show you the house in a second. I'm just going to walk up the street and then we'll do a swing round to the house. Beautiful driveway in, an incredible garden that runs. I'm going to show you where the garden runs to. And I'm not going to point the camera at people's villas here, but they are beautiful. And this road takes you up into the Maiella National Park, which I don't know if you can see some of the mountains coming through. And there's also some amazing restaurants in this area. Okay, so the property starts from this line here. And take a look at this. And it has been restored in an incredible way on this top level. But there is still scope to do extra things as well. Now this was a newer extension, this part here, whereas the original house is here. So if you wanted to reveal more stone, you could. The owners have had some stone surrounds put there, which you'll see. But there's still scope to really make some more changes. Even these pillars down below, you could maybe face these off in stone, or you could leave it as it is. And look at this amazing garden. And not only have you got all this garden space here that runs down to this fence at the bottom, but beyond the fence is a huge piece of flat land as well. Flat land in a hilltop town, almost unheard of. This is the gas tank here for heating, but also there's provisions, which you'll see later, for a what we call a thermal camino, or you could have a pellet burning stove. Lots of different ways to heat your house. I personally don't use gas, so it's not something you have to worry about, but there's gas. There's the bottled gas there if you need it. What an amazing place. This is something really special inside. Believe me, you're going to be blown away by this. So I want to walk around the grounds and then we will kick off the house tour through this door. But let's have a look at the grounds first, just so I can go through everything with you. Obviously a very handy driveway that curves then in front of the house. I'm not sure if I would maybe have the parking sort of at this side, but there's so much you can do. What a beautiful area. Somebody just turned a drill on or something over the road. They seem to be doing some work. So you're not on your own here. You're only a few minutes out of town anyway, but there's a number of neighbours, and I know the current owners are really good friends with the neighbours that are just there. I believe it's them. Obviously you've got this stunning terrace that you could sit out on a beautiful day like today, which is just incredible. You may not be able to see them, but the mountains are there. I can see the highest tips of them. Let's show you around the garden. I'm going to do all the cantina rooms underneath and all the development potential that you've got underneath after I've done the house tour. And believe me, you will definitely be blown away. Definitely be blown away. In here is a small bathroom. I'll show you that later in the video. So obviously the garden goes right up to the corner where I've just come from. There's other garden areas here. I will explain later in the video what the current owners were going to do there. So as I said, this is a newer extension. and the original house, and you can see possibly some stone under here and stone. So there is, you could reveal all of that as stone if you wanted to. And when you see inside, the stone is amazing. They've still got stone around these window frames, and then newer stone around these door frames, which you'll see shortly. Let's concentrate on the garden for now. Beautiful, beautiful trees here, and these autumn colours are just amazing. Lots of space in this garden. What I like about this is it's split into two. So this could be your formal garden, if you like, where we are now. And then you could have your land. I don't know, you could do so many things down there. How stunning is all of this? There's also a possibility, if you didn't want this land beyond the garden, then I believe the next door neighbours are quite interested in purchasing it. It wouldn't take a lot off your overall charge, the price of the property. But if you don't want to look after this sort of land, you don't have to. Personally, there's no way I would get rid of this, because I just think it's amazing. I'm going to have a little walk down there as well. So peaceful here, apart from that annoying person with the drill or wherever it is. But at least you're not on your own, you have neighbours, that's the main thing. And what I love about this property as well is, even though you're connected to the neighbours, obviously the stone property that I showed you before, you're back to back, so you just don't, it's like a detached house, to be fair. And this is amazing. So it goes from, obviously, well, you can see exactly where it goes to the line of trees, and it goes really far down there and into the woods, so I've been told. And sorry, I've got a little bit of, it feels like hay fever. It can't be hay fever in November, surely. My geometer, who comes from Roccamorice, the fantastic geometer at Medio, he said that he used to come into this garden when he was young to take nuts from this huge nut tree, and he came this year as well, I think, and said they're the best nuts around. So there you go, the best nuts around. What can we say? Careful. And this looks like it's mains drains, which lots of people find incredible, that it's mains drains. That's what it looks like. I need to double check, but it certainly looks like that. Look at this, looking up at the house again. But you can see the one next door is stone. Well, where this door is here, that's got a beautiful stone surround on it. It just needs finishing up a little bit. But they are, that's all stone, this part. So you could reveal the stone there if you wanted. Obviously this is a newer part, but there's still lots of things you could do on that as well. The roof's in great condition. They had some work done up on the to strengthen the vaulted ceilings that you'll see soon. They've done some incredible work in there, they really have. This is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning down here. When we sold the property originally to the current owners, this was all so overgrown you couldn't get anywhere near it. But apparently the next door neighbours look after this. Look at this beautiful nut trees. I'm annoying these dogs now down at the bottom. But even next door look like they're planting what looks like olive trees, or certainly some type of fruit trees. So it's great that people really look after their land here. And this is just, I absolutely love this. Oh, and you've got beautiful views. It may not come through, but you're looking towards the Gran Sasso over there. It's so unusual to have flat land. I will get the map and I will find out how many square meters of land there is. And anybody that's interested, obviously I'll let you know. But my understanding is, obviously it goes down to at least where these woods are. I think it goes beyond there, but I would need to double check that. Can you hear the church bells? This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing and so usable. So usable. Get a sit-on lawnmower. In fact, if you get two, I'll come round and help. Look at this. Oh my word, this is really... I'm so glad I came down here, because the house is already incredible. But looking at this, I'm a little bit lost for words. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Are you ready to see inside this incredible, incredible property? Are you excited? You should be, and believe me, this price. It's difficult to find something like this and of this quality at this kind of price in these locations, really is. Okay folks, I'm going to start the long climb back up to the house. The things I do for you, the sacrifices. Let's do it. So heading in, just look at some of the features that we're greeted with. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. This was the original door to the house, because everything to our right was a newer extension, but they wanted to keep the original features, and you're going to be blown away by some of these features. I close the door behind me. Great size hallway, giving that sense of space, because it's a beautiful long corridor. And you will notice that how new things are. Even the radiators are wrapped up still in their plastic. There are a few little jobs to finish off, and but considering the price, this is just such a bargain. I also love the way they've used, this is actually a modern stone that they've cut to replicate some of the other. It just looks, they've done such a good job in here. Now this is sort of left open at the moment because they were going to use this as an office, because they only needed one bedroom, but really ideally this would be the second bedroom up here. And the door, they've made a nice job of finishing that off on the inside. And obviously all the electrics, everything is brand new. Plumbing, new, everything is, well, it's just fantastic. It needs a boiler adding, but considering the price of a boiler, we're probably talking between 2.5 to 3,000 euros. The price is incredible for that. Okay, are you ready to see the features? You've already had a little sneak preview of the features of this kitchen area, but just look how amazing this is. Look at those beautiful, beautiful ceilings. I'll go into some of the details shortly because the builders did an incredible job here. You may have seen the video, an old video I did of this property, what it was like before. It's just unrecognisable. And what the work that's gone into this is incredible. Look how amazing this stone is. And they've managed to keep all the electrics hidden, following the line in between the stones to get it where it needed to go. Amazing. Beautiful lights that they've added as well. I think they have a remote control. And the kitchen just works so well. It does need some finishings off. Some of the sockets need just putting into place. There's little bits of where potentially some lights under the sink if you want to put some in. There's electrics there ready. They're just little things that need finishing off. But I think that kitchen actually works really well against the stone. So double sink, obviously it needs the tap. I need to check if there is a tap around. It looks like it's gas and electric. That's fantastic if it is. It's not brand new, the kitchen, but it's in fantastic shape. I think the fridge must go in this. Yeah, there is a fridge. There is a fridge there. But you could also have a taller fridge put in there if you want. Or if you really wanted to, you could take this unit completely out and have a huge fridge there, which I'd possibly be tempted to do because you've got a plug socket here as well. I can't stop looking up. Having said that, I do like the way the kitchen finishes, right where the plasterwork finishes, but I don't think it'd look out of place having a... And these tiles as well, these are stunning. I want to show you some of the... I'll do some measurements in a second. Just look at some of the detail in here. They've used iron and filled it with bricks. I mean, that's just incredible. It looks amazing. I hope it's coming across on the video as it is in real life. It just blends in so well, and they've done the same above this window. And while I mentioned windows, I know you love our little section on windows, but they are brand new windows. And they are beautiful as well. This is the aluminium effect, but they just look like wood. They close, obviously, perfect. Sorry if the sun's glaring straight at us. Really thick glazing. They also have the shutters on the outside, and they also have fly screens. Incredible. The quality is absolutely superb. And then heading into, so obviously this was where I am now, is the kitchen dining room. You're blown away yet? I am. And I was here while they were restoring, it's blown me away again. It's been a while since I've been here. It just looks amazing. These beautiful beams as well. And even down to the detailing of having the kind of wire that you can use to run on the outside of the wall. I don't know if you see that. It's like a twine that they use. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And again, the beautiful, stunning stone finish. Patio doors that lead out onto that terrace. You just can't help but smile when you're in here. I've got a big gleaming smile on my face. Incredible. Nice bit of storage there. I'm presuming that at some point the house at this back, because it's sort of back-to-back house as you saw from the outside, it was probably one house before, so maybe that's what that entrance was. And also the current owners, they put in place provisions, which is behind this little box here. They put in provisions to have a fireplace. They were going to build one in stone right in the centre. Have it, because obviously you've got lots of wood as well in the grounds. But imagine that, a stone fireplace there would look incredible. But the reason why they put the provisions there is because that would then take over the heating. So while you're burning wood, it would also burn all the heat up all the radiators. That was the idea of that. Okay, let's get some measurements. I'm going to give you the full length from here to the kitchen, just so you can get an idea of that. Then we'll do each individual room. If my thing decides to work, hold on. Oh, here we go. Right, here we go. So, let's have a look. Here we go. So it's almost 9 meters in that direction. I'm going to do it, I'll do this width here. By 4 meters 40 in that direction. So this room itself, so I'm going to do it up to this wall here, is is almost 4 meters to this. So let's do the kitchen as well. The kitchen is, so it's saying error, thanks for that. 4 meters 20 almost to there, and then left to right should be the same, I would think, as the other. Let's have a look. 4 meters 40. Absolutely stunning. I could stay in here. Am I wasting too much time in this kitchen? It's worth it though, isn't it? Look at it. Imagine putting your furniture in here and living in here. What a location. What a stunning home. Okay, I'll carry on moving around. I can sense the stress in some of you. In some of your voice, in some of your... I can just feel it. Look at this as well. Okay, so I'll do the room straight ahead, which, as I say, this is ideally a bedroom, but it would need a door because at the moment it's open because it was just going to be an office space. But this is a great size, and again leads out onto another balcony, which I'll show you in a second. So easily a double bedroom. Even though they set it up as an office, they've also put the plug sockets in place for the bed to go up against the wall there. So this is obviously the newer part of the property. Look at these windows as well. I love the colour. And let me just show you this as well. Just look at the way everything flows through. Okay, this here used to be, because this was the lady's living room before, the original owner. And she had a stoofer, a wood burning stoofer here. So they left that in place just in case they weren't sure what they were going to do in here. So they left it just as an option if we needed an extra heat. At least it goes to the outside. And bear in mind that they had work done on the roof as well here. Everything is just perfect. I'll give you some measurements. Obviously you lose some of the features in this newer part, but the other bedroom, the main bedroom, that's got plenty of features, don't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to give you the width, the widest width. Obviously it does step in a little bit here, this part, so this is not quite a metre. Let me tell you what that is, just so then you... So this is, 90 centimetres, this little part. So let me give you from the widest part. Hold on a second. Here we go. So this is 4 meters 15 in this direction by 4 meters, almost 4 meters 50 in that direction. So great size. Some of you have seen a reflection then, haven't you, in the door? I know a lot of you look for reflections of me and like to mark down the times. I'm trying to avoid reflection, but it's quite difficult in here. So this goes out onto this stunning balcony, which is a great size balcony. Again, these are the original tiles, so you may want to redo some of this, but size-wise, and looking over your kingdom. What a beautiful day it is today. It's a shame the sun's straight in our eyes because you can see some of the higher peaks of the mountains. I don't know if it's coming through on the video, but you can see it on there. Imagine what all of this would be like once you start dressing everything up. It would be amazing. Beautiful sized garden. And what I love about this is the fact that then your land is almost separate to you, if you like. You've got this garden that you could easily manage, and then you've got the, I'm going to say wild, even though it's not wild, that you've got this incredible plot of land that is lots of fruit trees and things like that down there, but it's flat. It's so unusual to find flat ground at the side of the mountain. Obviously, I've shown this before earlier on the video, but looking from above has a different aspect to it. and it goes really far down, much further than what we can see here, and it's just completely flat. So it just needs a gate cutting in somewhere. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, let's get back in the house. Don't know if I hope you can see those mountains. It's beautiful. Okay, let's head to what will be the main bedroom. Just quickly show you this. These are some of the things that need finishing off. A door needs adding to this, but the frame works in. It's quite easy to then resolve. I love this window, and I love this little bit of wrought iron as well. That's been really nicely done. It's sort of, it's done. Everything's been thought out so well. Not just thrown up a modern thing. It's quite a, probably not coming across on the video, but it's quite a an old looking piece of iron. And again, those views down to the garden. I don't know if you can see this fence that runs here on the left and keep following it. It goes right into the woods at the bottom of the land. It's a big piece of land. It's a big, beautiful piece of land. Okay, you ready for this stunning bedroom as well? I want to show you the floor tiles. These are the original tiles. And then look at, again, these beautiful, beautiful vaulted ceilings. Wow. And again, this framed stone wall, beautifully framing the patio doors and Juliet balcony. How incredible is this? These floors may need sealing. I'm not sure if they've already been sealed. I'd need to double check on that, but they're just absolutely stunning. And again, looking out onto your kingdom. Absolutely beautiful. And next door, they look like they've put olive trees and they're doing some, it's really good that people are taking care of their land. And this area, the properties are really nice all around. It's certainly an affluent area. Okay, get some measurements, and these are the old hooks that they would have run a cane between that one and the one down there, and hung sausages and prosciutto and things like that up. Here again, the wire that they've done, put on so as not to ruin the vaultings. Let's give you some sizes. So facing this wall, we are, here we go, we are 4 meters 33 in that direction by 4 meters, nearly 4 meters 40 in that direction. So again, a huge room. I know it's not got the bed in to show context, but I mean, that's a big wardrobe. That's a 6-door wardrobe and a very tall one. And it looks nothing in here. Amazing. Am I blowing you away yet? This is just, I just absolutely love this place. Love it. And then we have an extremely luxurious bathroom as well. Look at these tiles. Almost like marble. They are just stunning. And it's a great size. Now this, because this is a modern build, this here was part of the structure. So we had to, or the geometry had to work the bathroom into it. It was slightly smaller before, it was only a narrow bathroom, so they took some out of the room to the side and created this separate little sink area. Again, there's the wires, everything's in place, ready to add some nice lighting. I think there may be some lighting, I think this may be what this is. But if you look at the sink units, I'm not going to get a reflection there, no way. You're looking at it, you're looking to see if I am sort of there. But it's still got the plastic on these, they've just never been used. And then now it's such a spacious bathroom. I love these lights as well, the 3 lights. As you walk down into this area, I will be excited to do the Dave shower test in this one. Look at this. And again, it's never been used. It's still got the stickers. All quality things as well. Things, can't think of the word. This is the company. And this, the tiles have been put on so well. And the window smoked. And let's do, oh, there's also a point here for the washing machine. And let's do this, let's have a look at this shower. Can I get in? I know the current owners really well, so I'm sure they won't mind me stepping in their shower. Okay, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even a 5 Dave shower, I reckon. At a push, 6. Or it's a or a 4 Dave, and easily 4 Sylvanas as well. There you go. For those of you who are wondering what on earth I'm talking about, you have to watch earlier videos and you'll find out why. Absolutely stunning. So this is the top half, the habitable part. So value for money already is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then you've got some development opportunities down below, which we are now going to head to. Let's finish off this upstairs with just this little shot. Steven Spielberg, eat your heart out. Let's head downstairs. So from the outside, heading down these steps, let's show you what we have down here. To me, the development potential is in this area. So I think this is not really high, but I'm 6'1" and I'm still a good 20 centimeters off it. But I think you could do something quite clever down here. Maybe some sort of summer kitchen, or for those boiling hot days. I think that would be really good. A little bit of work potentially needed on these terrace areas, which the current owners were going to do, but obviously, unfortunately, circumstances led them to have to sell the property. But down here, obviously this is the newer part, the original house. So the house was pretty much the same as the house behind. So the original house is here, and these are the new extension and the new. So you can't really change. The only thing you can do with these is maybe add stone around each of the pillars just to make them look like the original. But then if you wanted to reveal some stone, this wall should be stone. Certainly around the doors and things like that are stone. So these are more storage in this side, but I wanted to show you this because I think this has got some amazing development potential. And what I understand what they wanted to do is close off this area here to make these 2 rooms almost like a mini apartment. So nice, I can hear it. It sounded like it was raining. Obviously it's not. It's just the trees, the leaves falling gently off the trees. Sorry about that little interlude. Is that what you call it? Oh, and look at the stone as well. Some nice stone around the windows here, and there's some around this one as well where the shutters are open. Say just little finishes needed. If you look at theirs next door, all nice stone, you could potentially do that as well if you wanted to. But obviously this part is the modern part. So the idea was to potentially close off this to create almost an entrance for this, and then this area, look how stunning this is as well. Look at the stone on here, incredible Maiella stone. But the idea potentially then was to have a bathroom in here. There's already water here. The drains coming down from the bathroom upstairs look like they come down here and into this. So potentially you could dig out along here to add the drains in there. There's also a, I'll show you this little building, but there is a WC in there as well. I'm presuming that probably drains into the same place. But this would be all beautiful stone if you wanted to reveal this. Same around this door, even though this cement is slightly blocking that, but it's still worth doing, I think. But this would make an incredible... So where I am now would sort of be inside, if you like. This would make an incredible bathroom. And it's easy tall enough. Put a shower at the end and sink and everything at this side, and maybe some units on the left. And then coming through here, love these old doors, would definitely keep them. Look at the keys. Imagine getting those for your home in Italy. But then you'd have this huge room as a bedroom. And look again at the features in here. So they're not the brick vaultings, it's the actual stone vaultings. Look at this. Would you do something else down there, or would you change this into a bedroom? Obviously, this is where they used to have the animals, I would say. Probably feeding troughs. Or maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was something else, because usually when you see this, it's because they would light a fire underneath. I can't see as that would heat anything up through cement, but there you go. Or it could be something to do with wine, but look at the beautiful stone. And included with it is a dodgy step ladder with a missing step. But this would be amazing. Imagine having the bed up against there. You could even almost have it as a self-contained unit, because you could maybe even have maybe a little kitchen area there, or maybe if we are allowed to close this up, a little kitchen area in there. There's lots that you could potentially do down here. Incredible. So this would be a third bedroom, an ensuite with its own key to put the in-laws in. Amazing. Let's have a little look at this. So this is if you're caught short whilst in the garden. Well, there is a gap in the fence down there to get onto the land. So if you're caught short in the garden, you do have a WC here, and it also has a little sink, which, joking aside, is really handy if you're having barbecues, anything else like that. You don't want to be running back into the house. And that is also stone, so you could reveal the stone on that if you wanted to. Look at the house again from here. Incredible. Let's have a look in these others. So we've got another room in here and one round this side. These are storage rooms. Sorry, I should have given you some measurements, shouldn't I? Let's quickly do measurements in here, just so I don't want you complaining at me in the comments. So this is 4 meters 30 in that direction by 4 meters 15 in that direction. So a huge bedroom, bathroom, or what could potentially be a bathroom. This is 3 meters by 2 meters. Perfect size. I wouldn't get rid of these doors. I'd keep these, and I'd keep that other door as well. And then there are some old bits and bobs laying around that you can maybe use. Look at this beautiful piece of wood, an old door. And this is an old, this would have been for grapes originally. Put sort of a It's not a cage, but it's a wooden casing around that, and then obviously this would press the grapes and then come out of the bottom here. Okay, so all these areas just need tidying up, and that's what the original or the now owners were going to do. Look at this. This is an old bread oven. Now at the moment there's no chimney to that, but what they wanted to do was potentially add a chimney somewhere up here to take it up and out. We would have to look at that properly to see how we could do that. But even just to have it as a feature is something special. And all of this is stone. You can see all the stone around here, stone to the right. There is this cement pillar here, but that's just part of it. That's just the way it is. And then these are really dry, perfect cantina rooms. There you go, there's a bed there for the mother-in-law. I'm saying nothing. I hope she's not watching this. 4 meters 30 in this direction by 3 meters 85 in this direction. Here's got some of the pipe work obviously from the kitchen. What would you do down here? Have this as a little studio? Little man cave or woman cave or whatever cave? Some great features here. And then we have another one at the other side. So you could use one for storage and one, I don't know, I'd say it's a bit of a workroom or something. And the current owners, what their intention was, instead of having a twist in the staircase here, was just to have a straight staircase and then make something really nice in this garden where I am stood now. Just giving you a few ideas. But here is another storage room. Any big items like this that's to throw out, then you can contact the council and they will come and collect it at certain times of the month. When they come out, they'll collect up to 5 or 6 items, I think it is. Okay, so this here, to let you know, this is a water heater that until the boiler is put in place, this is what they use for hot water. But it's all ready for a boiler to be put in place. Let's say for the price. It's incredible. Just to add a boiler is nothing at all. Okay, so this is a little bit dark in here, but again it's just a great storage space. And this is 4 meters 30 roughly in that direction by, look at this, I'm going into a dark space for you, by, obviously it's got vaulted ceiling, so 3 meters 44 at the bottom. Folks, what do you think? I am just absolutely, I've always loved this place. I loved it how it was originally. The current owners, the amazing current owners, have just restored it in such a brilliant way, using local workmen, and somebody gets to enjoy this place. Somebody gets to enjoy the fruits of this restoration with a blank canvas to do even more. Shall we go to final thoughts? Let's do it. So my final thoughts on this: simply stunning, absolutely stunning. Finished to such a high standard, incredible value for money, considering it includes all fees and taxes as well. Scope to do more restorations. Beautiful piece of flat land, which is very unusual to find in these types of villages. On the edge of the incredible Maiella National Park, there's the possibility of an excellent rental return on something like this, due to the location, and the location to those famous chapels. It's just stunning all the way around. Everything about it is just stunning. You can move in here and gradually restore. It will make a superb holiday home, but it would also make a superb home. If you didn't want to take on all the land, I haven't mentioned this earlier, but if you didn't want all the land, there's potential that could be sold to somebody close by. Personally, I would take it because I just think it's an amazing piece. And I don't know what else to say. I can hear church bells in the background as well. Roccamorice is a stunning location. The home of Amidio, my geometra and good friend. There's restaurants around all over the place in the countryside. And then you're close to all the amenities and you're only a 20-minute drive down to the motorway that takes you to Rome. I would recommend having a car here. There is a basic bus service, but it's much better to have a car. What an amazing place. What a stunning, stunning place. And the love and care that's gone into this from the current owners is just written all over it. Absolutely amazing. And this room, well, I'd be happy I think I'd just live and sleep in here. Incredible. This is going to make a superb home for one of you. You know what to do, folks. You know to email. We deal with the emails in date and time order to make it fair to everybody. So, what am I going to say? I'm going to say whatever you're doing, stop. Jump onto your email. Send an email to info@ahomeinitaly.com and do not miss this one.